Hello everyone, welcome to Purple Noon's online gallery opening. In lieu of a big event which we normally have, and so that we abide by all our spatial distancing rules, we're here online again for this opening, but of course our doors are opened and everyone is welcome to come in and see the new exhibition that opens tonight. So I'd like to welcome both Irene Manion and Ellen King. Irene's exhibition, Evening Birdsong, and Ellen's exhibition, Sidestepping Spinifex, officially open tonight. So we'll have a little discussion, and before a gallery tour, the discussion will probably enlighten us all a little bit about the themes behind this work and the ideas and inspiration. So I might start up. The first question I would ask, I think, tonight is, what does inspire you? I mean, Irene, what is it that inspires you to produce these beautiful birds?
So for Evening Birdsong, I have been going around the Lake Macquarie area forever, taking photographs of the local birds and the bird lives and trying to catch as many birds in flight as I possibly can. And this last summer, I was privileged to have a family of magpies, 2 parents and one youngster, coming regularly to the backyard. My husband would step out with the food and the water, and I would step out with the camera, and I would just continue clicking and clicking. So I captured most of these images on my camera this last summer with this one family.
Thank you, Irene. And Ellen, what is it about? Is it, these are beautiful desert pieces, the desert colours, felting. Explain, what is the inspiration here?
Okay, for me, over a few years we've been heading to the northern parts of Australia, in particular Kakadu, the Kimberley. But last year, 2 weeks in remote Drysdale River National Park, and the landscape is stunning. It's immense, beautiful, colours and tones are just delightful. So I decided to, like Irene, have my camera take lots of photographs, and it was the smaller detail, not just the rocky outcrops and the boab trees and the spinifex, but it was a smaller detail like the flaking bark on a tree, or some animal tracks in the sand, or the tones of beautiful blues in some of the creeks. And I thought, well, I can translate that into my felt work, and to represent nature, not as a copy of nature, but more just a reflection of my time in that space. So hence Sidestepping Spinifex in felting.
Oh, it's beautiful work, and congratulations to both of you. And look, both artists do come together as a response to their environment and the love of our ancient land. I guess when I look at your work, Irene, I'm taken by the use of perspex, which really takes your work into the contemporary era. Why perspex? What is the fascination there?
Well, I think back, the first time I even considered using perspex was when I saw the work of the Colombian artist Doris Salcedo at the Art Gallery in New South Wales, where she had drilled and stitched into furniture, and the materialisation of her grief was very, very powerful. So I chose perspex because of its hardness, but also because of its transparency. And to me, it's a way of showing the visible as invisible, or fading or disappearing. So our natural world, with all of its pressures on the landscape and all of its flora and fauna, was an ideal choice to show a disappearing world. And it also makes the invisible visible. So I can show air currents. When a magpie takes off, it faces into the wind, and you can see the lines of the wind in the taking off magpie image. And in the other one, the one where the magpie is warbling, I was able to materialise the sounds using the perspex.
And they're stunning, Irene, absolutely stunning. We've had certainly a lot of interest. So tonight we've dressed up. I have one of Ellen's beautiful felt pieces. I'm wearing it. It's cosy, it's warm. It feels absolutely delightful, quite light. I absolutely love it, but I don't get felting. I mean, just felt grow on a tree, or what? I don't even know where felting comes from. So
No,
explain for
it
us.
is Australian made because I am using 100% Australian merino. So yes, it is homegrown, but not quite on a tree. I've brought some samples so that you can actually see it. This is 16 to 18 micron Australian wool, and it comes as a slither, so not like a fleece anymore. And I can take that fibre and I can make multiple layers, so it would look like this. I then use a bit of water, a bit of soap and quite a bit of mussel, and it will produce what we call in felting terms a pre-felt. So it will look like this. But the magic of felting really occurs when you do the shrinking, and that shrinking is called fulling, and then you can reduce it down. So I work on an enormous table, it's huge. So a scarf that would be a length that can drape around your shoulders, this actually starts off twice the size, because shrinkage does occur by 50%. The fibre is just amazing, wool fibre. You can have very light to touch, soft, very flowing beautifully garments, or you can have, like the vessels behind me, a strong, solid structure that you can put. And of course that fibre is now 22 microns, so it's a much sturdier, heavier fibre. But I think the beauty of merino wool is not just the wool, it's when you combine it with luxurious silks like this Uzbek silk called marjolaine, or this page silk, or some tissue. And when you combine the two together, you get what is called nuno felting, and then you can make it very light and soft to the touch. And that's really, or textured.
Beautiful.
Textured.
And we want to, when we do the gallery tour in the next video, we'll be able to get in really close and have a look at some of the pieces. So rather than go on for too long, because I know it's hard to hold people's interest, but I think we've sort of covered a fair bit of ground. I'd like to welcome you both to Purple Noon. This exhibition has sparked so much interest. So I'm excited, we're all excited. As you can see, we've already sold pieces, so it's obviously something that people are really appreciating. And I think it's something that we like to do here at Purple Noon. We like to sort of look for inspiration from different areas. The landscape has obviously been your inspiration for both of you, and the love of landscape shows through. So thank you very much. We've left our glasses over on the other side, so we'll just have to pretend. Cheers, everyone. Officially opened, and see everyone at the exhibition. If you can make it, please do. Thank you.
Thanks, Robyn.
Thank you.